Well, Aquarius, a formidable conjunction of planets right now. One of your ruling planets and your two friendliest planets, Venus and Mercury, along with your ruler Saturn, and the North Node, also one of your rulers, in the 10th house of career, indicating some very, very powerful opportunities. Some good should come out of this, but bear in mind the caution here is that too much energy in one area can make it difficult for you to focus. You may be awfully excited about what's happening in your work, but you do need to put the brakes on. Doesn't mean stopping or losing that opportunity, but really collecting your energies and refocusing your energies on those things that are the most important right now. It's a very, very powerful combination of energy. Incidentally, from the western part of your horoscope, we do see the right angle aspect of Mars. So that's a bit of an abrasive energy, and particularly in the first few days of the month where I see the conjunction of the Moon and Mars stepping in. That could be a person in your environment really putting the brakes on what you're doing. Now, is that a bad thing? Because we did start the reading saying that with all that energy there, maybe just slowing things down is not a bad thing. But this is where the ego can get the better of you. You know, someone may know better just now. Someone may be saying, hey, why don't you do it this way? And that could get up your nose, actually. And really, for the sake of wanting to do it all yourself, or for the sake of wanting to take the glory, you might actually refute that person. That's not to your advantage, is what I'm saying. Listen to what people have to say this month and enjoy the benefits of this very, very powerful transit. In fact, in Hindu astrology, the conjunction of these planets is called Raja Yoga. And you've probably heard the term Raja from the subcontinent, India, means king. So it does confer kingly status. Many of you will start to feel an upliftment in your career now. The fulfillment of this can happen when what we see the transit of Venus move into your 11th house. The 11th house will fulfill some of these desires. There are two critical dates this month, or key dates. One is on the 8th of October when Venus moves there. And the second one is there's actually three that I see there from the 11th house. The triangular aspect to Uranus on the 17th. And then on the 27th, the very fine sextile aspect to the Sun. So all of these dates from that 11th house can show stepping stones to gaining what you want in your life, and certainly should mark those dates or the days leading up to those dates as crucial to your success. We also see another couple of important transits here. One is that this Mercury that I mentioned is doing its movement forward and backwards here. So any forms of communication are important. Any legal issues are very, very important because Mercury for you does rule contracts and the 9th sector of your horoscope, which has to do with legal matters, legal advice, that sort of thing. And doing the backward, forward motion stuff indicates that you may not be in possession of all the facts. And especially around the 21st, while it's still retrograde, you may want to embark on something, send a letter, or communicate something that may be premature. So I'd be suggesting you wait, as I've suggested to some of the other star signs in different areas of their lives. But I think by the 27th, you'll start to see some excellent aspects forming there between Venus and the Sun. The strong conjunction of Mercury and Saturn, that's a very, very key aspect in the last few days of the month, perfecting on the 30th of October. Something good can happen then. You may receive some good news in the way of your profession around that time. And on the 31st, we see that powerful Mars aspect forming a trine aspect to Pluto. These are from the 8th house to the 12th house. These are financial houses, usually not considered good, but this is a fine aspect indicating balance and harmonious blending of these two energies. Your willpower can work well, and you should stick to your guns, particularly in any sort of negotiation where money is the critical issue. And for example, your bank manager's holding his ground. He doesn't want to give you his fixed rate for a fixed term. I'd say you can push a little bit harder towards the end of the month and find yourself in a much more satisfactory position with some better financial options to you down the track as well. The other aspect we talked about here in your horoscope was the Jupiter transit in your 6th house. That continues to work its way through your life. It's going to be there for a few more months. But one of the difficult aspects I see there is the Sun in the right angle to Jupiter and leading up to the 13th. That's around the middle of the month. Be careful of your health there and the way you're doing work. For those of you that are in any sort of manual work or working with engines or electrical equipment, I'd say that it's important for you to also take extra precaution. Don't cut corners. Do look after your health, and that way you ensure that no mishaps occur. My astrology site, astrology.com.au, is always available there with more detail on a daily, monthly and yearly basis as well. A lot of free readings where you can ask the oracles. We have information there in our e-mag through our newsletter. And also don't forget the large number of practitioners, including myself, who are there ready, willing and able to help you with more personal, difficult issues that I haven't actually addressed here in these very brief overviews. Take care now. Look forward to your company next month. Bye-bye.